Hi everyone! Welcome to day 30 of the 30 Days to Spring Tidying Challenge, a challenge that I created based on Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Today is the very last day of tidying in the 30-day tidying challenge. I am super excited that we are at the end, but today is going to be a huge day because we're going to be tackling the fifth and final category in the KonMari method, arguably the most challenging category, and that is sentimental items. I'm actually taking a break from tidying as I'm filming this. I thought I better film now while my energy is still relatively high and while the ideas are still fresh in my mind. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish during daylight hours, so I wanted to make sure I filmed at least the intro and outro. Today is also the type of day where breaks are extremely important, just to re-energize yourself and not suffer too much from the mental and emotional fatigue that it takes to go through so many years of sentimental items. I have done sentimental items in the past and I was able to let go of a lot, including my wedding dress, but I also saved a lot. So this time I'm going through and I'm editing much more thoroughly. I wanted to talk a little bit about how I prepared for today. I did let go of some sentimental items leading up to today just so the pile wouldn't be as big. For example, when we tidied rain gear, I let go of those two parasols that hubby and I had used for our opening dance number at our wedding. I've also let go of little things here and there leading up to today, so my pile of sentimental items, while it is big, it's not as enormous as it would have been if I hadn't been letting things go along the way. I did set aside a lot though. All of the items that I was uncertain about, all of the items that kind of tugged at my heartstrings a little bit, I did set aside for today. I found I was procrastinating a little bit as I was getting ready today. I started doing a lot of household chores that probably could have waited until tomorrow, like the laundry, vacuuming. When I was getting ready though, I made sure I put on all items that spark joy, but I am in my comfy cozies, which is what I call my lounging around clothes and stuff that I generally just feel really good and really cozy and comfortable in. So I'm wearing my favorite Lululemon leggings. I'm also wearing that sweatshirt I told you guys about on day one, way back when. This is the Forever 21 sweatshirt that just makes me feel like I'm in a cocoon. I just feel really warm and cozy when I'm in it. I didn't wear my veil when initially tidying, but maybe I will for the next portion. I also have on my favorite earrings, of course my rings and my Apple Watch. Before I started tidying, I decided to pull a few of my favorite sentimental items that had already found their permanent place in our condo. The reason I did this was not to revisit these items, but to use these items as a benchmark for spark joy. I tried to pull a variety of different things given to me from different people. With sentimentality, I find I'm not as attached to the memory, but rather to the person. For example, while our wedding day sparked a tremendous amount of joy, I don't really hold a lot of sentimentality to the wedding itself, which is why I was able to let go of a lot around the wedding. For example, my wedding dress and those parasols. What I am sentimental towards though is my husband. So things that he has given me in the past, I don't want to let go of because I'm afraid it'll hurt his feelings. We've been together for so long though that he probably doesn't even remember a lot of the things he's given me. I think a lot of items the recipient holds a lot of sentiment towards, but the giver actually doesn't. And I feel exactly the same way. Things I've given to people, they are free to do whatever they want with. I know not everyone feels the same way as I do. Probably why we feel so much guilt towards letting things go is when we assume that the person who gave it to us will either be upset or angry or sad. Back to my benchmark items. I set all of my benchmark items in one location. I have things that my family gave me, things that my husband gave me. I have things that my closest friends gave me. And I have some travel items as well as a time capsule that hubby and I put together that we're going to open on January 1st, 2038. I'm doing a little bit of a check-in. I have been tidying for about 4 hours now. I've been taking little breaks here and there, but I haven't been able to accomplish as much as I thought I could. I was able to pretty much let go of all of my childhood letters because my childhood best friend is no longer in my life. I ended up keeping only 2 of her letters, but for the people who are still currently in my life, it has been very, very difficult. I have let go of a lot, but I wasn't able to choose just 1 or 2 items for each person. That being said, I'm going to keep plugging away and I'm gonna do the best that I can. I also meant to read a lot more of the cards and letters that I had kept over the years, but there are just way too many and it's just taking up a whole lot of time. I've set aside some cards and letters and such to read another day. I was really hoping to be able to be very thorough, but I'm just finding this very time-consuming and also very stressful. I don't feel frustrated today, I just feel very stressed out. All of this stuff just weighs on my mind and pulls at my heart. It has been a very tough day. The letters and cards portion of today has just been overwhelming and I'm not even at photos yet. I am going to keep going though. I'm going to do as much as I can before hubby comes home, but I do have to prepare a few things for dinner, so I think I'll tidy for 2 to 3 more hours, take a break when hubby comes home, and then continue on into the evening. I do want to finish as much as I can today because I plan to do the after photos tomorrow. Last night before I went to bed, I decided to do a little studying of Marie Kondo's 2 books. In particular, I wanted to read the sections on sentimental items in preparation for today. There are a few things that I wanted to highlight. Something Marie Kondo talks a lot about are photos. I went through my photos around 4 years ago and I was able to pare down the good majority of them. I do still have 2 boxes of photos remaining, as well as photos in various albums and scrapbooks. Marie Kondo talks about taking all of the photos out of each album in order to tidy them individually. She talks about this in The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, but then in Spark Joy, she says you don't have to do this with every single album. If the entire album as a whole sparks joy, you can keep the entire album. I was very happy to read this because I wasn't about to pull out all of the photos from all of my very many albums. I used to do a scrapbooking of sorts. It was mainly photos and maybe little clippings here and there, but I was definitely not planning to disrupt all of these albums. I have so many of them and I do go back and look at them from time to time. Where I may do this is with some of the albums where we've slipped in photos. I don't really tend to look through these types of albums very often, so maybe I will take out the photos from the 2 or 3 albums we have that are organized in that way. The last thing I want to highlight that Marie Kondo talks about is if you decide to keep something, keep it with confidence. Don't berate yourself and don't get angry with yourself for not being able to let go. If you want to keep something, then keep it and enjoy it. When this item has fulfilled its purpose, you will know at that time to discard it. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are all done with the 30-day tidying challenge. It was definitely a ride. I had so much fun interacting with you guys and reading your comments. You guys have such insightful comments, such amazing suggestions. Each day I felt like I wanted to tidy, I wanted to express my thoughts, and I wanted to share these videos with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with the before and after photos. Until then, please take care and bye for now.